Dirty Living started in 1972, Cook County, Illinois, Cook County Hospital. BGG was born in Cook County, Illinois. That's when Dirty Living first started. They took Dolores Johnson, took a nursing job, and it wasn't paying the bills, so I had to do what I had to do. And that's how we got to Dirty Living. Ran into the plug. The plug seen we were some hustlers. I can't reveal the name right now, but it was a she who brought us the pack. First pack I ever got was the 30 pack. That's what they call it in Chicago, 30 packs. Where you get 30 pebbles and you sell them for $10 or $20 a piece. And from there, we came up. The first thing we ever did was 3 of us started out with 50 bucks. Well, 4 people started out with $50. That means 10 from me, 10 from Fat Boy. Somebody put in 20, and we went on from there. We got a $50 piece from another alias name. I can't give y'all the name right now for that. It'll be Slick. Slick was the man at the time, and he put us on with a $50 piece. We broke that down and made, if I'm not mistaken, from the 50, we went to 150. Went back to the store for the 150, didn't spend nothing but something to eat. And took all the money back to the man, to Slick, and Slick gave us an 8-ball. From the 8-ball, it was on and popping. When we got to the 8-ball, we cut that up. If all y'all know about the streets, an 8-ball is consistent of $125 or $100. You're gonna make a $200, $225. Okay, the two 8-balls is $200. So when we go back to the store, we're gonna try to get 2 8-balls. So after you get 1, you wanna get 2. So we cut it up and made $225, took $25 for food, weed, whatever we tried, beer, liquor, whatever we was doing, that $25 went on that. The $200 went back to the store. Guess what we did? We got a quarter. Y'all know what a quarter is? 2 8-balls. Now, the 2 8-ball was $200. We cut that up. Off a quarter, you know what you're supposed to make? You're gonna make probably $400 and something off of that, depending on how you do it. Boom. You take whatever extras off the $400. Take the $400, bring it back to the store. Now you get 4 8-balls. The rest for liquor, weed, and food. Next time we went to the store, we was getting 4. After that, guess what? Everybody had an 8-ball. Bam, Dirty Living. That's the secret, baby. Once everybody reached their 8-ball, guess what? It's on you after that. Now, if you come up, you the man. You don't come up, we know you either smoking, or you tricking off with the pack. See what I'm saying?
So y'all hustling until y'all got enough 8-balls to everybody in the group to have their own 8-balls.
Exactly.
And do their own thing.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Once that happens, now you see who the real true hustlers are. Because once you get to your own 8-ball, now you know you can come up. The same way we did. Boom. Now you know who's saving money, who's tricking out money, who's doing all the stuff wrong. You're going to know from that. Because guess what? After I get my own and I can't come up, that means I'm tricking off or doing something wrong. And from there, that's how everybody came up. So that was the first stomping ground, Maywood, Illinois. Fred Hampton, home of Fred Hampton. Maywood, Illinois. Murder Woods, they call it now. A lot of people don't even know we made cops at Maywood in 1993. It was either 93 or 94, we was on cops, Maywood. The helicopter pulled up. They had all my people on the wall when they raided Maywood for cops in 1993. I think it was either 93 or 94, somewhere around there. Yeah, we made cops, that's right. 2008.
So what that transition was like, your last 6 months in to prior to getting out?
When you know you're coming home, it's the sweetest thing ever. But it's a lot of people who ain't coming home. So shouts out to everybody, man, Fort Worth, Texas, Oakdale, Yazoo Penitentiary, Madison County who ain't never seen the daylight, I salute you because I know it's rough. But when you know you got an out date, you're the happiest person on earth because you know that day coming. So when I knew my date was coming in 2008, when Obama took office and he passed his law, we already know what time it was. Everybody was happy. A lot of people got out behind the crack law and all that type of stuff. So, you know, that's the happiest moment of your life when you know you got an out date. Or you can at least tell somebody you got an out date.
How you being up in there? How you get jammed up?
Well, I actually got jammed in a conspiracy. I don't know if y'all know what conspiracy means, but conspiracy consists of you ain't even got to be there. You ain't got to have no dope. Somebody can say you had something, and they build a conspiracy against you. So basically, it's like the RICO Act and all that other mafia stuff. That's how they got me jammed up.
So it was hard to fight.
Well, yeah, because you're fighting ghost dope. They ain't got a conspiracy consists of ghosts and stuff. So you're fighting a lot of ghosts. But if they got people willing to admit that you did sell it to them, then that's when you get put into a conspiracy. Which they gonna win because they got CIs.
CIA is?
Or confidential informant. Somebody who said they was getting stuff from them.
And they work for what?
The government.
What's that like?
CI pay, I don't know, you gotta check that out. CIs get paid though, I'm gonna tell you that, that's the truth.
So they're not really snitching, they CIs. They don't pay.
Confidential, right, for the government.
Yeah, so
So
it's
basically the
different.
police.
So basically it's different.
Yeah,
They legit.
no.
They off the books, but
Right,
they legit.
well, they snitches because they telling on people to get paid. So, you know, they consisted of snitches because they just doing that, but they actually snitching because they doing the same thing you doing, but they snitching on you.
Yeah.
You got snitches that do it just because they like to snitch on people, and you got snitches that like to get paid, which is a confidential informant. So, and the only reason the confidential informant got started was because they knew people was out here. I'm gonna just say blacks because a lot of whites don't do the same thing, and Mexicans don't do the same thing we do. But blacks seeing that they can get paid for snitching, so they turn to confidential informants, which that's on the payroll. You get on the payroll for the government. So basically, they give you some money. You can get jammed up just trying to make $20. Basically, say you got a cat that wants some weed, but he say you want a 20 sack, 30 sack, and you like, I can get it. You go get the weed for him, bring it back, even though you ain't trying to do them to make $10 or $5, you get jammed up. So you can get jammed up for the pettiest things in the world. You see what I'm saying? Anything consisting of making a little cash, you can get jammed up thinking you're gonna just make a few dollars. Boom, now you're in the penitentiary.
What's the worst jammed up case you know about? That was petty.
The pettiest case I ever seen
Yeah.
was a cat that got 30 years for killing somebody for $5, but he didn't do it. The dude who did it was still alive, but he didn't snitch on it. He ended up doing 30 years in the joint for a cat that did kill a dude for $5. And this man did 30 years in the joint behind it and never snitched on the dude who did it. Even though the dude who did it ended up getting killed. And he could have probably came back and said his name and all that type of stuff. He never told. Now he out right now doing better than everybody. Doing a lot better than a lot of people. Because he never told. You know what I'm saying? He kept it real. He did his time. He out now, got his own truck. Doing good. You know what I'm saying? That's the worst I ever seen somebody get jammed up. You do 30 years for $5, that's bad. You know what I'm saying? 30 years for $5 is bad, man. You know what I'm saying? But it happens. And he ain't the only one it happened to. It was more than one. Two of them did 30 years, actually. And both of them out doing good right now. There ain't no way to avoid being jammed up. If it's your time, it's your time. You know what I'm saying? If it's meant, it's gonna happen. If it ain't meant, you might. There's some people out here that been doing drugs all their life, selling drugs, and ain't got caught. They lucky because most of the people that do it get jammed up. You know what I'm saying? Some type of way because you mess with, you're gonna run into a snitch. down the line, if you're doing drugs or dealing drugs, you're gonna run into a snitch down the line in your life. Now, will he snitch on you? You don't know. That's just a chance to take. If I would have stopped hustling and just went legit when I had the money to go legit, I would have never got jammed up probably. But even though I stopped at the time when I did get jammed up, they don't know that. And that's because we ended up doing the rap stuff, and the rap made us look bigger like we was doing the drug. But I eventually stopped because I ain't had time to hustle in the street. I was too busy out of state doing shows and doing concerts and all type of stuff going on. So they didn't know that though. The feds don't care about that. All they care about is they think you're a bad person because you're selling drugs. And even if you stop selling drugs, you're still a bad person to the feds. You know what I'm saying? Even though they knew I wasn't selling drugs when I got caught, because they knew I was doing the rap music, they don't care about that. They just care about when I was selling drugs. So, you know, if I could have stopped just a little time before then and just went straight, took that money and bought some land and all that good stuff, properties and all that stuff, I would have been probably better off. But I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I did mostly what every other drug dealer do. When you go to jail, it's just a rap. You're gonna lose everybody. You're gonna lose your friends, girlfriends. Once you get jammed, man, ain't no way out. Then once you get jammed, ain't nobody there for you but your moms, dad, or family members. Other than that, all friendships is broke off. All girlfriends is broke off. Your wife might stay for 4 or 5 years if you got a good one. But if you got one that want to be in the bed every night, then she ain't gonna last but a year. So once you get jammed up, remember it's a wrap.